Got the vaccine yesterday. The government can fucking, since they injected it, I don't know where they injected it, your left arm or your right arm. I'm assuming they did it on your non-dominant hand. So every time, you know, play with your little tallywhacker there, they're gonna know. If they put it in your dominant hand, for me it's my right hand. They put it on my left one because they're like, oh, what's your dominant hand? I'm like, oh, well, I use my right a lot. So I'd rather if you don't, you know, inject me in the hand that I like to play with my Schmeat with. So every time I want to piss the government off or something, I kind of just, you know, instead of jerking off with my right hand, I jerk off with my left hand. They get the movement. They get the movement where it's like, you know, you do the movement, and they're like, oh yeah, this guy's definitely jerking off. And then they can see what's on my screen, and then they can look at the type of porn that I'm watching. Today's topic that we have for today is how I got good at Street Fighter. And that is a question, because I feel like a lot of people don't know how the hell you get good at, Street Fighter. Maybe it's Guilty Gear, maybe it's Blaze Blue, fuck bro, maybe it could be any other fighting game. It's simple. You play the game a lot, you lose a lot at first, then you start winning, a lot, and lose maybe you know, here and there. You would think it's that simple, but there's a little bit more to it. There's a little bit more to it than just playing the game every day, because that yes, that'll help. But there are a couple of other factors that will help you get good at the game. Yes, that is putting in the time, but then that is wanting to learn the strategies to make you good. And for fighters, Play a lot of answers quite lazy. Yes, but they're not wrong. Like, how are you going to get good at anything without doing it a lot or consistently? I was fucking horrible at swimming competitively. And then, hey, I started doing it a lot every day because we had to show up to morning practice. And then, you know, little by little, I started getting better at, you know, freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly. That's how it is. But like I said, there's more to it than that. There's more to it than just playing a lot. And that is playing in tournaments. Playing in tournaments will 100% make you a better player. Not because, it's just a tournament, but because you're fighting against players that are trying to win, trying to get that first place. You're going to be fighting people that are much better than you. And you're going to have to get better in order to fight and beat those people. I played a lot of online. I was an online warrior for quite a bit. I think in the first year of Street Fighter V, I traveled to this local at around Dallas. I traveled to this little local, this little like Brokeback local. I think it was called. I forgot the way it's called, but I know they had a little major. Well, I wouldn't call it a major, but it was a little like tournament that top players showed up to. It was called D-Town Beatdown. That's what they hosted. I think every like 6 months or so. They didn't host that, my bad. Not D-Town Beatdown. They hosted Absolute Battle. That's what they did. But anyways, I went to that little local. I tried to go every week. If I didn't go every week, I would show up every 2 weeks. I showed up quite a lot. I was playing. If you search up my name, I think I can probably find it. You can probably find a couple of matches where I barely started. Ah, here it is. Here it is. VGRK. That's what the local was called. Yeah. So look, this is the local. Behind here, you can't really see it all that well, but look, back here, there was no fucking space to move at all, bro. Back when I was playing Mika, like I said, I wasn't bullshitting. I did play this character when the game first came out. I was not very good at the game though. This is what is this? This is definitely the first year. This is when Mika had her bullshit with the clap. I was okay, but as you can see, like, you know, wasn't the best. But I'm not gonna watch that. You guys, if you guys want to watch that, go ahead and watch it. But there's not gonna be much to look at. I showed up to that local a bit, and then I stopped showing up. I stopped showing up to the local because I said, fuck it. Like, I'm not learning. Like, I'm showing up every week or every 2 weeks. And listen, I'm getting my ass beat, and I'm basically wasting $10. I was like, fuck, like, I'm getting drained every single week. I'm spending $10 to go 1 and 2. I didn't make it far. I kept showing up to get bodied. Did I learn? Fuck no, I didn't learn. I just learned how to get my ass beat. So I said, fuck it. I think Alex came out, they nerfed Mika, and then I said, fuck it, I'll play Alex. Alex seems like a lot of fun. From there, I kept playing the character over and over and over again. I got stuck at Platinum. I stopped showing up to the local. I started playing online a lot more. I tried to play like every day. I was stuck in Platinum and the Diamond Hell. The Platinum and Diamond Hell I was stuck in. Ultra Platinum, Diamond, Ultra Platinum, Diamond. I kept switching in between because I fucking sucked. I couldn't win consistently. And this was back when you could also get paired up with like a low ranks, and if you lost to that low rank, you lost like 100 or 150 points. It was bad. The grind was hell. It was hell back then. I tried switching to Akuma. Turns out you need to play a character for a lot more than a month in order to get good with them. So I dropped Akuma, played Alex again, and then I kept playing him and playing him and playing him, and then I kept seeing what others did. I mainly looked to Gunfight to see what the hell he did in his matches. I was like, what the fuck is Gunfight doing that I'm not? Why is he having more success? And then I was looking at his conversions and everything, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. Okay, I'll do that. And then from there, I just kept on getting better. Better. Alright. Not if you're Punk. Well, yeah, well, Punk's built differently. My man's a fucking monster. I don't know what the hell he's got. I don't know what he's growing. I don't know what he's eating. My man's built differently. Men such as myself that are not built that way have to do a longer method. You boys, you're probably just like me. We gotta take different measures, boys. After I started getting good to the point where I'm like, okay, maybe I can win tournaments now. I showed up to my first tournaments. I flew out to my first tournaments ever. I can't remember if I paid for it. Yes, I paid for the flight to Georgia, to which I attended. What was that major called? Atlanta, to be more specific. I'm shooting a blank. Hold on. Final round. Titan, my man. Thank you. That's what it was. Yeah, I booked my first tournaments to final round. So I flew over there, and I was talking to this player called, some of you might know him, some of you might not. His name's Neon. Neon's like, hey, are you coming to final round? I'm like, yeah, I'm coming to final round. He's like, hey, you need a place to stay? I'm like, yeah, man, I need a place to stay. I pretty much don't got nowhere. He's like, well, fuck it, you can stay with us. Because he was rooming with, I think, a couple of his friends. And I was like, fuck, Neon. All right, big dick. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I flew over. He picked me up. We went to his house, and then from there, I think we stayed like a day, and then we went over to the hotel, and then we got all situated. We went to a tournament the day before final round started, and that's where one of the sub alerts come from. I think like I parry Kami super, and then you hear everyone in the back, like you hear the commentators saying like, oh, and then you hear the crowd in the back, they go like, oh, and that was the first little bit. That was the first little bit of adrenaline and hype that I got out of my whole tournament, like, I guess, career that hasn't even fucking taken off yet, to be honest. But then from there, I'm like, well, fuck, I can't drop Alex now. But yeah, I think I did pretty shit at that tournament. Neon got top 8. The most social interaction that happened was we were in a hotel, and everyone was playing a bunch of games in this little, like, TV in the hotel room. And I was like, fuck, okay, I'll play for a bit. So I played for a bit, but I had early morning pools. So I was like, fuck, like, I gotta go to sleep, man. Yeah, it was like 12 a.m. I was like, I gotta go to sleep. I got pools in the morning. Early pools are bad. I don't like them very much, but they're there. From there, I think the next tournament after that, we went to Austin, and that's where you see the Do clip. That's where the Do clip comes from, because I beat Knuckle Do in that tournament. Wait, no, I lied. Before that, I went to Combo Breaker. I competed in that. I didn't do too well either. I fought Knuckle Do there. I fucking got bodied by Knuckle Do. And then I'm like, well, shit, like, next time I fight him, I'm going to beat him. I made a tweet about it as well. Long story short, I played the game a lot. I went to tournaments, got my ass beat. I stopped going to tournaments, played a shit ton of a lot more online. Then I started going to tournaments again, got better, kept going to tournaments. I didn't go to a lot. I think I only went to 4 or 5, maybe 6. And then the rest of it, I keep playing online. And then from there, I've just been doing well online, and COVID hit and yada yada. But this is exactly why I get like pissed. I don't get pissed, but I get really disappointed and kind of aggravated that I can't join NOBC, because I have a good connection with 90 to 95%. I have a good connection with all the players in East Coast. Maybe 90 to 95%. I have a good connection with like most people in East Coast. The reason why it aggravates me is because you see these players in the East Coast like Brian, Rob. If I get into everyone else, you're gonna know. You're gonna see like Idom, Punk, Rob, Brian. Look, there's a reason why they're so great and they're so good, and that is because okay, this is a part of the reason, but this isn't the sole reason, because Brian and everyone else that have been playing, they've been grinding super fucking hard. They've been grinding super hard to get where they're at, and they've been playing fighting games before that to get to the level that they're at right now, which is like really fucking high. But a part of the reason why I feel like they're so strong is because they have the opportunity to join this big local every single Wednesday, and they get to fight these top players. It's just top players fighting top players. So what the hell do you think is going to happen if these top players keep fighting each other? They're only going to get exponentially better. But you also have these other players that join the NOBC. They have Shoryu. I see Shoryu in here. Shoryu joins a couple of times. He gets pretty good. And then Ramsey's in there a couple of times. Shocks is in there. So it's like, if they have the opportunity, like even if you have those, like, so if I were able to join, a tournament like that, which hosts like at the top of the competition every single fucking week on Wednesdays. Yeah, exactly. Zaffarino, Shine, No Need to Talk. Like, all these players join that tournament, that specific tournament, that one tournament every Wednesday. If you have the chance to join that tournament and you are not taking that opportunity, you are 100% losing out on becoming better at the game, because you are not fighting these top tier players. These top players are fighting each other every single fucking week. And then when a tournament comes around, like a major or a big online tournament like the Intel qualifier, you lose out. Well, actually, no, hold on. I'm losing my train of thought. When a big tournament like that comes out, like the Intel qualifier or a big major, guess who's going to make top 8, or guess who's going to produce better results than everyone else? The people that have been joining a big online tournament every week, because that's their training grounds. That's the training. Every single Wednesday, they get to train against top players. Everyone else that can't join that tournament, well, you're out of luck. You're out of luck. You better hope you can find a tournament that has IDOM, Punk, No Need, Arturo. You better find another tournament. All we got right now, Wednesday night fights. Wednesday night fights, I believe they have that, but I don't even know who joins that. I think Stupendous joins that. I know Prototype joins that sometimes. Corey joins that sometimes. Corey's really great. Corey's really good. I would love to have sets with him. I think we had sets with him last time we played. He's really good. He's gotten so much better. Samurai, Nephew. Do they join? Nephew joins that? Samurai joins that? I don't know. I don't know if they join that, dude. I feel like the amount of competition that NLBC has compared to Wednesday night fights is very minimal. That's why this is the reason why I'm trying so hard to get into NLBC. Especially since I have a very good connection with most of these players. It really just makes no sense to me why they can't just, you know, let this little section, let this little part of Texas join, and the rest of the section, I understand. I understand that you can't, you know, that you're not going to allow Texas to join the others, this side of Texas, this other side of Texas to join, because, hey, at that point, they're considered West Coast. That's my little thing. That's why I get a little bit disappointed and a little bit frustrated why I can't join NLBC. I want to get that experience and get better. And that's the best way to do it. It turned on how I got better to the whole NLBC rant. I mean, as you guys saw, I can fight Brian, no lag. I can fight Punk, no lag. I can fight Shine, no lag. Ramsey, no lag. No Need to Talk, no lag. Because Texas is in a messed up location, straight down the middle. Even if you're on East Texas, you're fucked. You want to know why? Because you're in Texas. Another thing that I want to point out is Midwest. Midwest, notice how the CPT that we competed in last week, the CPT that we competed in last week on Saturday, Brian and Rob were considered Midwest. Hold on, I'm getting to a point here. Notice how Brian and Rob were considered Midwest, but they compete in NLBC. So tell me, why am I considered in Texas, which is West, Midwest? Why can I play with Rob and Brian in that tournament, but I can't play with Brian and Rob in NLBC? What the fuck? That's what irks me. That's what irks me to a point. It makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. I guess that's it. That's it for the video, boys. Hey, look, listen. If you're trying hard to rank up, if you're trying hard to level up, you really just gotta grind a lot, play a lot, and look at other players for experience. But this is just me summing it up. Literally play online, try to join tournaments if you do bad, focus on what you're doing wrong. Maybe you're not answering correctly, or maybe you're missing a lot of opportunities. Look at other players that play your character. You can get better from that. There's a lot of things that you can do. It's not just playing online and getting your ass beat. I really don't like making tutorial videos that are over like 50 minutes long. It makes no sense. And people don't watch that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I don't know if it helped you. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. I will see you in the next one.
Two to the one, from the 1 to the 3. I like good pussy and I like good trees. smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a